Salutations, friends. Your pal, said Stevie, out for a early morning hike. Stifled plans a little bit. I was going to be going out to Lake 22, but it's just going to be too packed out there, and I didn't feel like being around a bunch of people. So I'm back to the Big Four Ice Caves Trail. Hiked this last time on Father's Day in the rain. It's a couple months later now, and it's a lot nicer out. The sun just really came up. It's 7:25 a.m. on Sunday the 8th, and yeah, been out here a bunch. It's a fairly easy 2-mile hike up here. As I've mentioned before, you can't really go into the ice cave anymore. They've collapsed. They've melted. It's a glacier basically that's melted off over the years, and oh, that's a bummer. Missing. Dang. Anywho, it's melted off. You can't really go up there, or you can go up there, but you can't go in the cave. In fact, it's shrunk up considerable. I don't even think you'd have to like do a belly crawl to get in there, but it's about a little, like I think it's like 1.68 miles up to the lookout up there, and then back. So shy of 4 miles around here. And yeah, just wanted to get in a good hike on Sunday morning. So probably be fairly familiar scenes before I've been out here. I don't know. This is one of my favorite spots to go to. So, but yeah, Lake 22 is something I think I need to do on a weekday. Maybe take a day off of work and drive up and do it, because we get a lot of, it's one of the most popular hikes in the country, let alone in Washington state here. So you get a lot of the weekenders that come up here, and it gets busy. So yeah, I'm gonna keep trekking along, and we'll see what. Glad I grabbed my hoodie, because it's cold. I think it's about 48 degrees is all, and I'm wearing shorts. I brought, oh, I got a hiker behind me. I did bring some pants just in case, but I didn't put them on, and it's a little chilly, but I should hopefully be working up a sweat here pretty soon. So hopefully keep myself a little warmer. So there you see, it's about a mile up is all. That's this way is the way I just came from. So there we go, up to the ice caves. I'm going to try to go a little bit further than I did last time. I think there's a little bit more sights to see, a little bit past where you actually view the ice caves. But right here is one of my favorite picturesque spots. It's just like this little swampy creek area, and I don't know, something about it I really dig. Decided to take a little side detour before I crossed over the bridge heading up further the trail. Came down to the riverbank. This is the Stillaguamish River. Starting to fill up again. Just a month ago, you could still walk out that way. And you keep hearing me say the river definitely seems more like a creek this time of year. But come, I don't know, next month or so, once we get into our flood season, I mean, this will be all the way up to the, the tide rises, I guess. and it gets so strong through here that it washed out that portion of the bridge a couple years ago, and it's only been since June that we could start getting back across. They continued on the bridge because one of the support beams got completely washed out. It gets raging through here. But this is looking kind of southwest-ish. More west than south, I think. And then that would be more northeast that way. But yeah, I always like how clear it is down here on the Stillaguamish. You see any fishies, Bettina? Any fishies? No fishies right now, but all right. So I did come out here more than anything this morning to try to get an actual workout in, instead of doing just a regular slow paced walk. I actually got my backpack loaded up, probably about, I don't know, 10, 15 pounds maybe, in the form of knife cases. That's what I had that I figured would fit easily in my backpack to add some extra weight. But I'm not going to film as much on the way up the trail. It's got a, I don't know what the elevation gain is. Not very much, but I'm going to be huffing and puffing on my way up. I'm going to try to actually take it up to a pretty high pace and get the heart rate moving this morning. And so it's going to be hard trying to narrate and talk to the camera. And I'm going to be doing a lot of that. So, and I got my earpiece in, so my earbud, and so it's going to pick it up even more. And that ain't good listening. So I'm going to probably not film for a little while, put the camera away, and I'll narrate, film more on the way back down. But well, surprisingly, so I was talking about huffing and puffing and everything, and I based that on the last time I was out here was in June, and I hadn't been walking or hiking or anything for quite some time, and was completely unconditioned and kind of struggled with it on my way up. Now I'm still not in good shape by any stretch of the imagination, but I am walking anywhere from 2 to 4 to almost 5 miles a day over the last 2 weeks. So I guess my body's used to it a lot more, and this really isn't that bad. So yay me. Almost to the ice caves. Is it too bright? That's clearly east because that's where the sun is rising. You can start seeing the actual glacier right through there. Yeah, nice and quiet. You hear the river in the background. One of the cool things, and I'll definitely try to roll in some, I guess, B-roll. I've never done that really, but the shrooms are emerging. Lots of mushrooms out here. I've taken some pretty cool pictures. Nothing super photogenic yet. That's still a little early on, but yeah, it's always cool to spot shrooms in the wild. So they try to give people as much warning as possible about the possibility of the snowfield collapsing after I think the last death was in maybe 2015. There might have been one more recently, but I know the one in 2015 made like national news and stuff. So this is Big Four, the face of, I guess, the north face of Big Four Mountain. And with it being fall, the colors out here are gorgeous. Even more reminders. Well, they've really opened up since the last time I was here. I guess it's melted off from the summer months. But yeah, I might try to get a little bit closer view, but definitely not going in. That's a no-no. See? Stay on path. Entering the avalanche zone. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh, there's people out there. Didn't see them at first. You know, this would be an awesome spot to set up and do a time lapse of the sunrise at some point before it gets too late in the year. Because that's got to be a gorgeous spot when the sun eventually is first coming up. All right, well, I'm not heeding the warning signs, and I did not stay on the trail. I came down a little bit. There we go. This is bringing back a lot of memories from being a kid. So the last time I was out here, I stayed up on the path, and also the entrances were shrunk really low, like it had really snowed over earlier in the year. And so you couldn't even see them, like you'd have to do a belly crawl. And that's not what I remember from being a kid, because 30 plus years ago, I used to play in the ice caves. We used to come up here, and it was super awesome. Don't have the greatest memory of it, but definitely it was a fun time. And then through the years, they kept closing them off throughout the summertime, and till now, these are supposed to be permanently. You are not to go in there. It's extremely unstable, and I am not going to fuck around and find out. But if you listen, and you maybe I'll capture it. You might be able to see Patina Turner doing Taibo in the ice caves. And maybe that's just wishful thinking, but one day, Patina, one day. Hashtag, I just want to do Taibo in the ice caves. Yeah, but it doesn't look like much behind the camera. It really doesn't, but it's pretty impressive. I think this is like one of, I think it's the lowest glacier in the, because that's what that is. That is a glacier. I'd have to double check my facts, or you can fact check me, but I believe that this is the lowest glacier outside of Alaska in the United States. So, yeah, but again, gorgeous views. And yeah, just definitely, I want to go in there so bad, but not going to. And that's about as close as I'm going to get. You have to assume you're going to be fine, but then again, is it worth fucking around and finding out? No, it's not. I want to make it back home. Well, I've just been chilling in this spot right here, popping a squat. I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. Got my mind right. And yeah, it's just very peaceful out here. And this is my favorite part of coming out and being in nature, is just chilling. You hear me talk about it. It's my reset. And this is a perfect spot, really. Gorgeous scenery, nice and quiet. You can hear the waterfalls in the background. There's water rushing down the face of the mountain there. Those idiots actually went into the caves. They yelled something, and I yelled back, "I can't hear you." And they came walking right back out afterwards. But, yep. So, gonna start making my trek back down the trail. Before I get going, I was thinking, do you think anyone has ever climbed that mountain? Like, been all the way up there? That would be awesome to do, but there's no way I could climb something like that. Not now. I don't know. Silly thoughts. But, like, go all the way up there. I mean, it's thick with trees. It's not just rocks, but that would be insane. I'm going to leave a couple of stickers behind. Maybe someone will find these and check out the channel. You never know. Squatch dong. I'm done. So this is like the very end of the trail. I don't know what else goes up that way, but not something I'm going to do today. I thought it went further, but anywho, it's 9 o'clock, almost straight up. I don't remember what time it was when I got out of the truck, maybe 7:25. So I've spent a fair amount of time just chilling out there. So it's time to make it back down. And I guess that's a good indicator to see how long it takes me to get back down. Like the big dope that I am, I left my backpack behind. I realized I got about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Oh, I guess what time is it? 20 minutes, not too far down the trail, and was like, I fucking set my backpack down and didn't sling it back over my shoulders. So did a little bit of backtracking. No big deal. Glad I noticed it when I did, though. This is a pretty dry creek bed off to the, sorry, I'm shining it right in the sun. But down here is a fairly dry creek bed for right now. But I distinctly remember the creek running pretty solid coming up here as a kid. At least in my mind, that's how I remember it. So it's been years since I've been up here during the fall. This is only my second time up here in 20 plus years because the bridge was closed for so long. But yeah, hopefully as we get into the rainier season, that creek fills up because definitely makes for a good time. Oh, so as I know where to look. Sorry, switching gears. Instead of squirrel, it's mushroom. My eyes are always peeled for shrooms on these hikes, especially this time of year. Like I said, they're starting to emerge. And I paid most attention to this side of the trail on the way up. Again, I'll roll in some footage, but yeah, it's mainly stuff like this for right now. Sulfur tufts, I think these are called, that are just growing at the base of trees. I've never really shroom hunted out here, but in other neck of the woods around here, you do see, you encounter some Amanita muscarias, which are always awesome to find, and a wide variety. I have a like a book on Pacific Northwest mushrooms, a identification book, but it's old and in black and white, and I can't really ever distinguish anything. So I usually use Google Lens to help me out and try to identify them. But yeah, I don't know. You'll see a couple dozen different varieties throughout the year for sure, and some get pretty big. But you get a lot of, I think they're called like fairy caps or something. They kind of grow. Let's see if we can see any in here. Nope. Some very, very tiny ones. Right there. You see that little tiny guy right there? So you see a lot of those. And I think they're called fairy caps. I don't remember. But you start seeing more fungus growing on the trees. And yeah, I don't know. Shrooms have always been a pleasing aesthetic to me. I've always been drawn to mushrooms. I don't know. There's some more cool ones. definitely glad I came up here as early as I did and decided to abandon the idea to go out to Lake 22. Because on the way up here, there was one other car parked in the lot, and I hung back for a good 10 minutes because there was a lady in front where we kind of hit the trail at the same time and didn't want to be walking pace to pace with her. So let her go ahead. Saw her on before I got to the top. She was already coming back down. Saw those couple of people out there at the actual caves. But since I've come back down, I've already ran into, I don't know, at least a dozen people. So I'm expecting to see a bunch of cars in the lot when I get out there. And if this place is getting that busy, Lake 22 is going to be packed. And I'm willing to bet on my way back down the mountain loop as I'm heading home, you'll start to see cars overflowing from the trailhead parking, and they clog up the road. Yeah, so that's definitely something I need to do during the weekday. Or on a weekday and not the weekend. It's just too busy for other folks coming out here. And I don't like that part of being out here. I like to be isolated as much as possible. So I've been doing like way too many pocket dump type videos as of lately, so I'm not going to do like a full-blown pocket dump. But on me today, I got the Monterey Bay Knives XXX B, backpack B. This is the one that Brent, shout out to Dark Matter Mods and Backpack B. He modded this one, put a hole in it. Here's some people coming up. Let me pause. See, even more people. Yeah, Brent modded this. Did a sweet job. This fade from like blue, tealish to like blurple ano on the pocket clip. And then put a hole in the blade and stonewashed it. Quick update, he did not sharpen this. So during my unpackaging while I was in the truck, you see me try to slice into a piece of paper, and it did decent, but I thought he had mentioned that he did, only to remember after he contacted me. And he's like, bro, I didn't sharpen it. I'll send, dude, this is how cool Brent is. Brent said that he'd be willing to pay to have me, he's like, I'll send you the shipping label and everything to get this sharpened from the dude that he uses. And I said, as much of, I appreciate the gesture, I got it. I do some low-level sharpening, and I can bring this right back to life. But yeah, he left me a couple voice messages, and he's like, yeah, for many reasons, I don't try to sharpen anymore. So don't want people thinking he did a shitty job on it. But so that's in pocket. I'm actually wearing some the Carhartt shorts that I'm wearing today. I haven't fit into these in like 3, maybe 4 years, probably 3 years. Yeah, realizing that clothes are starting to fit a little bit different. So, but then you guys have seen this a bunch already. I also have my Keith the Knife Freak fixed blade on me, carrying it in this leather clip slip from Lancelot Leather. There it is, AEBL steel, mahogany handles. This thing is gorgeous. Haven't really put it through the test yet. Hard used it, but it came sharp as fuck. Was shaving my arm hairs with it. So, and then I got a backpack full of knives. That's what I use to weigh down my backpack. Good morning. You found a caterpillar?
No.
Oh, okay. Have a good time. Yeah, this is a very kid-friendly trail. So, anyway, those are the knives that I got on me. I got pockets full of everything. I got a backpack full of everything. I'm not going to bore people with that stuff, though. But again, it is refreshing to know that I started to notice that clothes were starting to fit a little bit different last week. I had to tighten my suspenders. And, maybe I should go into the drawer of clothes that I didn't want to get rid of, but I'd gotten too fat for. And I love these Carhartt shorts that I'm wearing. And yeah, what do you know? They fit. So that felt good. You know, the hard work and the journey is progressing. Stalled out for a little bit. But yeah, things are going well. Really have gotten into the groove of all my new habits. I've established good, newer, healthy habits for, you know, I'm settling in. I've seen my general practitioner and I gotten all new labs done and everything, and things are looking great. So definitely, I think one of the last ones that I did of this, of a Ramblin, was a healthy body, healthy mind. And again, I'm no Adonis. I still got the gut for sure, but it's dropping and it's feeling good. And there's so many other people. I talked about this in that video. The Get Fit crew in the Said Faction Discord. Dude, shout out to all you mofos. There's a bunch of people that are, I mean, they're outdoing me. You know, and again, I won't name them. If you guys see this and you want to name yourselves, there's some like albino mushrooms down here. Okay. Can I see them? Sorry, right there. Those are cool. But yeah, it's a Said Faction Discord thing, which is kind of, I mean, it's by member only, so it's not public. And I don't think the people that are in there would care. But again, I'll let them out themselves if they'd like. But there's other people that are killing it too. And it's cool to be alongside them as we're all trying to, you know, just get a little bit healthier. It's not a race. It's not a contest by any means. Any progress, any forward progress is good progress. And that might sound cheesy and corny, and it's not though. It's great to be around like-minded people. We hold each other accountable. You know, we show off what we're doing every day, talk about the struggles that we're having, and it's good positive encouragement. And I love it. It's awesome. I took some time off from the Said Faction Discord for a while, and I've gotten back into it. And there's a lot of awesome people around in the Discord. And so, I mean, it is what it is. There's days that things get a little, you know, people bickering and whatnot. Oh, wow, what was that? What is that? It's not a squirrel. I don't know what that was. Dark brown. It wasn't a beaver. But, I don't know. It's back there somewhere now. Dang, I wish I would have had my camera in front facing. There it goes. There it goes. What is that? Not a squirrel. I don't know. But, yeah. That was cool. Cool sighting. Good morning.
Good morning.
Lots of people out here now. Oops, excuse me. They don't know trail etiquette though. They're all just spread out through the, you know, taking up the entire trail. Typically, if you're coming down, you hug the right side, right? Go single file. Oh well. But yeah, again, back to the Discord. It's cool being around all the fellas and fellettes. Oh wow, look at all these mushrooms. And these are just sulfur tufts, nothing fancy. But there's like a whole bunch of them right there. So if you ever want to join in on the shenanigans, it is by, you get the link once you become a Said Faction channel member. So either that means either a membership to Mattis Factions channel or a membership to Said Stevie's channel or my channel. Not trying to hawk channel memberships or by any means. And there's been a couple people that have given us shit going, oh, we got to pay to hang out with you. No thanks. man, if that's the way people want to look at it, got two words for you. That's not what it is. I mean, it is in a way, but yeah. Anywho, not trying to. I'll shill for Maddie before I'll shill for myself. If you want in, become a member to Maddie's faction. Don't bother with me. But if you do, it's always greatly appreciated. There's, I think it's been like 16 months now, or 17 months, or 14 months or something since the channel's going. I'm trying to follow in the Last Ranger and Maddie's faction's footsteps and get some 1 year membership poker chips made up, just because that's a fairly inexpensive way to have something cool for channel members. And I do giveaways from time to time. Enough. I'm not, again, not trying to hawk the channel by any means, but everyone that does show the support, whether you're a member or not, just everyone in general, it's always much appreciated. So, almost done with the trail here. Almost done, not too much further. Even more people. So see, yeah, I think the main reason there's a lot of people out is it's potentially a 3-day weekend for some people, with tomorrow being Columbus Day, Indigenous People Day, and after it being gray and overcast and really crummy out on the first week of October, we hit high 70s, low 80s this weekend. Even more people. But so I think it's going to be busier than it normally would on a Sunday this time of year. Again, untypical or not typical weather that we're having today. You can see it's been, sun's already out. It's going to hit mid 70s today, when we were down in the you know, during the week last week it was down in the, you know, like mid 50s. So a nice little change, not too hot, but that's bringing the people out for sure. So one thing that I don't think a lot of people talk about is you know, when nature calls, right? So luckily I haven't had any issues today, but there's been some code brown moments, and really cutting it close from time to time. But the porta potties out here, 1, 2, 3 times, back in the drawers. Anywho, there's been a couple of times that I've cutting it close, and the latrines out here are freaking horrible. So after not having it in my backpack the last couple of times, again, not needing it, but I got TP back in the toilet paper back in the backpack now, just to be like a Boy Scout and be prepared, because you never know. And I'm not rugged enough to you know, go with leaves and whatnot to take care of cleaning up. And you know, no one wants to talk about that stuff, but I guarantee you, not a day goes by where someone has to shit on the trail. And I bet you they don't have toilet paper on them. So you're either, you know, getting messier and messier on the way back down, or you abandon and go back, or, you know, there's always the classic mistake of thinking that you've dropped trowel good enough, and really you just made your own toilet out of your underwear and pants. So instead of shitting your pants, you're shitting on your pants, is what I'm saying. My friend totally did that. He told me about it. That wasn't me that did that. It's a friend. He lives in Canada now. So, you know, probably won't ever see him again. But it wasn't me that shit on my pants. So, yeah. There's that. I don't know, it just popped into my head. Thought I'd share that little moment with you folks. So as you can see, I'm back here. The picnic area that way is the way I came from. But just to get in more steps, I'm going to go this way out to the other parking lot, the one that I'm not parked in, and walk around. Probably about another, I don't know, 1,000 steps is all, but trying to get the most of my time out here. So that's the way I'm going back. Here's something I've seen a couple times since I've been out here, and that's really fucking annoying that someone would beg. They're courteous enough to pick up their dog's crap and put it in a nice little plastic bag, but then you see them just tossed off to the side on the trails. Maybe that stuff is those bags are like biodegradable or something, but if you're going to be the person that brings out their dog, you got to clean up after it properly. And if that means you got to walk around with a sack full of dog shit to dispose of once you get home, do the right thing, people. I don't know. I would. That's what I do with Ella when I walk Ella. I bring the bags back. Yeah, it's busy as fuck today. I'm glad that the gross bathrooms, the latrines, but yeah, if it's this busy out here right now, guaranteed Lake 22 would have been Lake 22 is probably, again, just packed. This is typically when people are coming up here, is when they've gone up to the Lake 22 trailhead, and it's so overflowed with parking that you're just driving looking for the next spot. And this is kind of the next spot, so yeah, can't blame them. They're doing what I'm doing, just enjoying nature. But I mentioned Ella, noticeably absent on my walks in the morning as of late, or especially today. For whatever reason, she's not liking going on morning walks. To like where, as soon as I say, want to go for a walk, or I bring her a harness by her, like she gets up and she puts herself in her kennel. And the other day I made the mistake of trying to like reach in and try to coax her out, and she like full on like rabbit attacked me, like Cujo style, which was kind of out of the blue. And Zoe said she had done that to her one time when she reached in to the kennel. So I don't know. I think Ella definitely still has some PTSD from time to time. She was found as a puppy wandering the streets of I forget where at in Texas, but Ella was a rescue dog. We adopted her, and yeah, the people that had her said that she was found by one of the shelters down there. She was all mangy and actually running with like two other dogs. But yeah, she was a Texas street dog. So she's always been a little skittish. And yeah, as of late, she's not liking going. She has got no problems going with me in the evening. In fact, she loves it. But yeah, morning times aren't her thing as of late. So, but I definitely love to bring Ella up here with me. I have before. I just want to actually go. So another great view of the north face of the Big Four mountain. Almost back to the car, the truck. Definitely time to shed this hoodie. I'm schwitzing. So there was one other car when I got here this morning, and outside of the cars that are on that other parking lot, there's another dozen cars here. So yeah, glad I got out here. All right, well, back to the truck. That's gonna basically wrap up everything before I hit the road. I just chugged like 1.5 bottles of water. I also did, I brought some bone broth with me. I make copious amounts of homemade bone broth, and it's great. And then I brought an avocado for a snack. Let's use a knife freak fixed blade. Let's use the blade to open up the avocado. I eat so many avocados these days, and sometimes I put them in salad. Sometimes I make a little guac. A lot of times I just scoop it out and eat it. Brought myself a little spoon that I found in the truck. But yeah, bone broth and avocado for my snack before I hit the trail home. Hit the road home. Almost slipped off and got myself, but yeah, this thing is sharp, by the way. Oh man, I put the camera right into the sun, didn't I? Turn it a little bit there. All right, that's good. I'm gonna finish munching on my avocado here. finish some bone broth, and head on out. So appreciate you mofos coming along with me for the day, and that's all I got. You can subscribe and like that video there if you haven't already. Let me know what you guys think. Hope you have a great rest of your day from whenever you watch this. Probably won't upload till Monday, so hope you're having a good Monday. And until the next one, I bid you mofos, deuces. Bye bye.